Good day, my friend. Good day and welcome. I don't even know how to tell you this. I don't even know how to tell you this. If you are not becoming immersed in the Luigi Mangione case, you are missing everything. Mark Kalisha, ladies and gentlemen, this is incredible. Mark says he can't get enough. No one else does it like you, Uncle L. My brain is abuzz with your fractal perception. Ah, yes, the Mandelbrot fractal. Thank you for that. I want to tell you that I love this Mangione case. By the way, Mangione, or Mangione, as people say, in Italian means big eater or glutton. So there you go. Mangia. One is always not the superlative, but the large, if you will. Now, first and foremost, when we saw this Thompson, nobody talks about him in the least. Nobody cares about him in the least. Nobody's even thinking about him. Nobody is even remotely concerned about him, his family, nothing. Nobody cares. He is of no significance to anybody. Does that not fascinate you? A 50-year-old man minding his own business, doing nothing, and he's executed by an assassin. Executed. Do you hear this? Do you see this? It's now right off the bat, you would say, oh my God, this is first-degree murder. We want to have something done. We want justice. After all, we just got done with that Daniel Penny case, right? And by God, we don't want any restorative justice from this son of a bitch. No way. No. We want this mother fried, right? Well, not so fast. Because all of a sudden, because of his curly hair, that Rudolph Hess eyebrow unit, all of a sudden, people are saying, this guy is great. He's a prophet. I love him. They go, whoa, wait a minute. Who? This guy. Listen, I understand the idea of the anti-hero. I dig it. I really dig it. We all know the whole thing about, Cool Hand Luke and blah, blah, blah. I know historically there's been a most fascinating issue about why we like certain people and why certain people are of fascinating nature to us and the like. I get it. I dig it. I understand it. I put on my Lionel Nation channel a story about a fellow named Arnold Schuster, who in 1952, did you ever hear this story? You may not have heard this story, but in 1952, Arnold Schuster was a haberdasher. He worked at a clothing store, kind of an amateur detective. And there was a fellow by the name of, what happened was there was a fellow by the name of Willie Sutton who was on the loose. Willie Sutton, who was a fellow who came up with this wonderful, wonderful story. Willie Sutton was a fellow who they said, why do you rob banks? He said, well, that's where the money is. So anyway, so Willie Sutton was a beloved kind of a John Dillinger, but kind of guy. Rob banks or hurt anybody. Kind of old man likes it. Well, anyway, he's out and about, and Arnold Schuster sees him on a subway train, and he follows Willie Sutton and picks up the phone, drops a dime on him, and lo and behold, he's arrested. And Arnold Schuster, like a schmuck, goes on and tells everybody, well, I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to do it myself. You understand this? Great time. Well, Albert Anastasia, who was the head of Murder Incorporated, Well, he ran it pretty much. It's like a franchise. He watches on TV and he says, "I hate a squealer, hit him." So he had someone, and there's a question of who did it and whatever it is. But anyway, make a long story short, Arnold Schuster, they shot him. They said once in the eyes. That wasn't verified. They said they shot him in the genitals. That wasn't verified. But they shot him like a dog, and he was ended up in the street. And it was clearly because of the fact that he ratted out and dropped the dime on Willie Sutton. Isn't that something? I think that's something. I think that's fascinating. Okay, so what does all this mean? Well, it means a couple of things. First and foremost, and this is really fascinating, there was something about the idea that there were some people that we like and some people that we don't. John Gotti, people loved John Gotti, loved him. The Dapper Don, he would be out in restaurants and people would ask him for their his autograph. And Sammy the Bull purportedly said, "John, what do you, we're not supposed to." He says, "Those are my people." He said, "We don't have people. This is a secret organization." Carlo Gambino would go crazy if you even acknowledged him in public. It was old school. Anyway, so we've had that. Ted Bundy, they said, "Oh, he's so handsome." Ted Bundy, I can't even tell you what Ted Bundy did to people. I can't tell you what Ted Bundy did to people after he killed them. It will keep you up at night. You won't be able to sleep. But they loved him because he was handsome. Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. Oh, he was great. The Menendez brothers. Oh, I don't know how this thing works. He's their killer. Well, this is. So we all know that. I understand how this works. But what we're seeing right now is a bunch of these pathetic, these little swishy, twisted, kind of sappy young babies who love him. And I read his manifestos. Okay, that's that. The question I have is simply this. Today, they announced, listen to this. Any of you gun experts out there? They said that the shell casings, the casings match the gun that was found with him. The casings? What does that mean? Did you read this? The casings. Yeah, they said the casings matched. Isn't that interesting? How they said that? The casings. In a significant development, they say, in the investigation into the assassination of Brian Thompson that nobody speaks about. New York Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch, who, by the way, last week or so was the head of sanitation. She was in charge of, salting the roads if it snows and picking up garbage, whatever. She confirmed that forensic evidence directly ties Luigi Mangione, the chief suspect, to the December 4th murder scene. A 3D printed gun found in a ghost gun found in his possession during his arrest in Altoona matched 3 9mm shell casings recovered from the crime scene. Each casing bore the words delay, deny, and depose, referencing a critique. So does that mean that they matched? It's just hard to understand that the casings were written on there, that they, it says, let me just read this to you again. They matched 3D, matched 3 casings recovered. Each casing bore the word. So it's hard to explain, or we'll get into that one. Plus, they said they matched a bottle and a kind bar wrapper. They found fingerprints. So the question is, did the casings in the rounds in the gun, did it also say deny, delay, and depose? What was it? And if he did, what kind of a schmuck is he? This is the most stupid thing. Oh, he's so brilliant. Brilliant. What are you talking about? He's so brilliant. Oh my God, he's so brilliant. What the hell's so brilliant about him? I don't understand. Oh no, he went to Penn. He was a valedictorian. Uh-huh. Yeah. No, he was a valedictorian. He's brilliant. He's brilliant. Yeah, he's brilliant. Why is he brilliant? He's a schmuck. He's the worst. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. He's writing name on the shell? Why? Now, here's the best thing, which is interesting. We have to look at the idea, and we have to, in fact, Mr. Colville speaks to this. When you have if that is the weapon, if that is the printed firearm, this particular pistol that he has, this made pistol, that means there will probably not be rifling in the barrel. I don't think, unless he's able to do it somehow. Rifling is what gives ballistics their ability. When that bullet goes through, it picks up the rifling, which causes, of course, the bullet to rotate, to spin, and each gun has a variety, whatever it is. Now, assuming there is no rifling in this 3D, is it possible to take the round that was shot into Mr. Thompson, look at it, and see, aha, no rifling here, no groove, no nothing, almost like a Derringer, or I don't know. Is he stupid enough? Did they mean he wrote his name? No. Plus, he's writing in books, his manifesto. What the hell are you writing a manifesto for? What are you doing? To help fill in the blanks? Do you want to get away? You're a hitman. Haven't you thought about this, Mr. Genius? Don't you sit back and say, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to write anything down. I'm going to show up, and I'm going to maybe have a place to stay for like a month. Maybe I'll get I don't know, move in. I'll just stay in a room for a month. I'll get some long-term, and I'm not moving. You're not going to see me with my eyebrows, and I'm not going to be on a bus. They're looking for buses. They're looking for stuff. I'm a kid. They can put the pictures out all day long. I'm not going to be hanging around. I'm not going to. Does he not realize he's at a McDonald's in Altoona? He gets out a McDonald's, a national chain with lights and with cameras probably and people, a McDonald's, and you're sitting there wearing that stupid mask and you're eating your McRib or whatever the hell you're eating, and you're moving it sideways and you're kind of causing attention. People are looking at you. You're by yourself. You're on a computer. You're by yourself, dark hair, got that look. People are kind of looking for something. I mean, it's stupid. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. This is the most important thing. I don't understand it. This is the most slowest bus ever. You would not see me after this. I would be out and gone. I would have had something arranged. I would be in my place, which is what they did most probably for the shooters that killed Kennedy. The same thing. After they killed him, they went to some safe house for a month. They just sat there. Everything was cool. Then they went through Mexico, and then back to Marseille or France or wherever they are. I mean, come on. And he's writing things down. It's the most ridiculous things in the world. Mystical stab artist writes, Lionel, many McDonald's have their CCTVs tied into a cloud service provider. Feeds are scanned with facial recognition software in real time and compared to the database of active criminals. But not only that, mystical, or magical. It was somebody who said, hey, that's him. We didn't need any of this. It was somebody who said, that's him. I don't know about you, but I don't know if I would have said, I don't know what I would have done. Let me ask you something. Would you have, if you were there and you said, you know what, I think that's that guy, would you have called the police? Yes or no? Answer my question. Be honest, be real, be fair, be safe, be bold. Be bold. Would you have called the police? Would you have called the police? Would you, or would you have done something like this? Hello? Listen, there's a guy. Who am I? Doesn't matter who I am. Just get your ass over here now. Click, and then I'm out of here. What about the reward? What about the reward? Would you have done that? Hello, listen. I'm gonna tell you, but before I tell you this, how do I get the reward? Can you Bitcoin it to me? Can you send it to? Can you Venmo me that money? Yeah, okay. And you're not going to mention my name, right? Yeah, I don't want to go on TV. Okay, okay. You sure about this? Do I have your word? What is your name? Okay. Well, give me a code. I'm going to give you a code. So when I call up, you give me your name and I'll give you my name, and I'm going to give you a number that only I will know. Okay? BR549. You got that? BR549. That's my code. Remember the whole thing of a great rockabilly group, and then they claimed that was Hank Williams Jr. Anyway, junior samples. I would have figured out some way. But I sure as hell I'm not going to go on TV and say, yeah, that's me. I'm like Arnold Schuster. Yep, that's me. I did it. You see where all these Yelp reviews are giving this McDonald's 1 star? Who the hell cares about ratings of a McDonald's? Have you ever said, I don't know about a McDonald's. Why? Well, this Altoona, they're the same. They're all the same. This is one of these things which is so incredible. So, my friends, I have to ask you a very, very, very simple thing. And this is very, very critical. You must listen. You must listen. Let me see this. Just a minute. That's the first thing. Number 2. Do you believe that this? Look at this. Priscilla says, no, I wouldn't call. Ooh, I like this. I like this. A lot of people would say, you know what, this is a very dangerous thing to do. Now, let me put it to you this way. Let me also, my friend, ask you this question, which is very, 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 very critical as well. And listen to me. Do you think that there is any chance that this could have been, are you ready for this? An MK Ultra case? Do you think so? Do you think this could be an MK Ultra case? Do you hear this? MK Ultra. MK Ultra. Do you believe? And I know last night we were talking about this. People said, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. MK Ultra. Is it MK Ultra? MK Ultra. How do you know it's MK Ultra? Well, it's just I just like saying MK Ultra. What do you think about this? What do you think? And this is the most important thing in the world for me to understand, for me to maybe to put into perspective. Do you understand? Do you grasp this? Because I know you people are sick and demented, and you are a part of this, and you are a part of the conspiratorium. You're freaks. All of you are freaks. You're the ones that your friends always say, what the hell are you doing? That's Jerry. Don't talk to Spandex. He's like this. He's crazy. He thinks it's MK Ultra. Why is this? I don't know. He just does. Why? Because I don't know. MK Ultra? Yeah, MK Ultra. What do you have? Well, because Skeptic Spud says, listen, he said, walk outside and then call, no big deal. But I don't want people to know who I am. Do you understand? I'll do it maybe, but you're gonna send me that 50,000 or 60 or whatever it's up to, but I do not want to go on TV, and I do not want you to tell people who I am. Do I make myself clear? Do I make myself clear? Tell me I make myself clear. Tell me you understand what I'm saying. Okay? Now, let's go to this MK Ultra. First of all, who believes in MK Ultra? Who believes? Anybody? Who believes in MK Ultra? Was there really an MK Ultra? And what is MK Ultra? What the hell is it? Do you believe in it? Come on. Come on. Do you believe in MK Ultra? Sarah Ratliff does. Frederick says, yeah. Mark says. Why do you believe it? Why do you believe it? I do. SM says. Why do you believe it? Understand this? Does anyone know what he was yelling when they were taking him into the building? I couldn't make it out. He was saying something, Susan, to the effect of, I can't believe you were so stupid, or you were something about and that they always said, well, it was like Lee Harvey Oswald, who says, you're a patsy. I'm a patsy. Okay, well, maybe a patsy. But you kind of say that. Why do you think MK Ultra is real? Why do you need, he says, why? MK Ultra was real. How do you know it was real? You keep saying it's real. How do you know it's real? Nobody knows what it is. How do you know? I've just pulled you up. How? He wasn't really ranting Antifa crap. No, well, not really. I didn't hear that. It was very, very quick. Well, Antifa, this is better than Antifa. It's documented as a CIA experiment. John Gleason, thank you. It only took you what, John? What, an hour and a half to get to the point? You better believe it. It really was real. It was the most important thing in the world. This was so critical. Remember who this was. During the early period of the Cold War, the CIA became involved in it. And who was the person? It was Sidney Gottlieb. This has been declassified. We've known about this for years. But you're going to be talking to friends of yours who say, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. That's some crazy conspiracy theory. Okay, that's number 2. Now, here is my question. Let's assume that on that gun that he's got, on that gun, it says, deny, depose, whatever it is. Would you find him guilty right now? Right now, they found fingerprints on a bottle, fingerprints on a wrapper that was found at the place. You've got, you've got the fake ID, which happens to comport with the name that was provided at the hostel, the fake New Jersey. Okay. You got that? Okay. Fine. Right now, would you find them guilty? Is there enough to find them guilty? Yes or no? Would you find him guilty? I'm not asking you, did he do it? You understand this? You understand this? Do you believe there is enough? Do you believe right now, would you find him guilty? Or would you say, who else could it be? Is there a reasonable doubt? I want to see the final step. If all they have is, if he has this gun, and on the, let's say in the magazine, they've got, he writes, whatever it is. For the love of God. These are my questions, ladies and gentlemen. These are my questions. Now, let's also do this. Assuming he is found guilty. Assuming he is found guilty. Ladies and gentlemen, assuming he is found guilty. My question to you is simply this. Oh, we got a good weather coming here. Look at this. This weather is serious. We have a thing called a nor'easter something or other. I don't know what the hell it's called. Some cyclone bomb. Oh, and by the way, we also have, ready for this? Drones that one of the Congress people said is coming from Iran that nobody knows anything about or can help us with. Now, Beastie Blast says they just matched the casings he's done. Beastie, what do you mean they matched the casings? Match them how? The casings? What about the bullet? The casings? The shell? I don't even know what this means. I don't even know what this means. Faye Dalton says, I missed half of your show, Mr. L. Don't worry, just getting started. Welcome aboard. What do you mean? What do you mean he matched? Come on. What do you mean he matched? Come on, Beastie. What do you mean they matched? 9mm casings are common. It could be coincidental. Well, no shit. Conway Yest, get it? What if they merely had the name written on the casing? I don't know. Let me try to read this. Here's the latest. Let me see this. Luigi casings evidence. See what I'm doing? It's called looking it up. Here we go. Yahoo says the words deny, defend, and depose were reportedly discovered by detectives on shell casings found at the scene where CEO Brian Thompson was fatally shot. No, that wasn't then. That's of no good. That was December the 5th. Excuse me. Forgive me. I want here we go. This is 7 hours ago. This is ABC New York. Altoona. The ghost gun allegedly in Luigi Mangione's possession in Pennsylvania was matched to 3 shell casings. Again, what do you mean match a casing? Recovered in Midtown. She also, this is according to Jessica Tisch. First, we got the gun in question back from Pennsylvania. It's now in the NYPD crime lab. We were able to match that gun to the 3 shell casings we found in Midtown at the scene of the homicide. We're also able in a crime lab to match the person of interest fingerprints. Please tell me, what the hell does this mean? You found the casings? The casings don't mean anything. What does it mean? Gee, a 9mm? Here. Stop most of the police officers. They got 9mm casings too. Now, is it because they were written? I don't know. See, that's the stuff that you've got to be clear about. That's the thing. I don't know what the hell that even means. Now, what about the death penalty? Would you find him guilty of the death penalty? In New York, he's only guilty of second degree, and that's it. You cannot charge him with first degree because first degree is only in the case of police officers and other kind of stuff. You understand this? Would you? Look at this. Here you go. It doesn't matter anymore. He's done. Here you go. It's done. Now, I don't know about you, BC, but I would love to go into court and say, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm the prosecutor. I'm Daphne. I was the one prosecuting Daniel Penny. Oh, same office. Imagine this one. And I want you to find, how do we have? Well, we definitively know. How do we know it? Very simply, the casings that we found match. I don't even know what that means. Was there anything on it? I don't know. Let's assume, I'll make it easy, that he was stupid enough to write deny, depose, whatever it is. Guilty. That's it. Guilty. Is that good enough for you? Beyond a reasonable doubt? Is that circumstantial evidence? Is that enough? Would you say, that's it? He did it. The casing. What about the book? The book said, I'm going to do this. I want to do this. I hate it. Okay. What about somebody else who says, I want to show that picture? Did you see the picture of his eyebrows? And somebody looked and somebody said, wait a minute, that guy, that's not the same. What does he say? Well, he's crazy. Is he crazy? Is he going to say it was somebody else? What does he say? See, we don't know. Is he talking? Is he yammering? What is he talking about? What does he say? If he says, that's not me, would somebody else be a part of it? Look at this. I'm 69, just about figuring out computers. How do I print a gun? Oh, we've been talking about 3D printers forever. We do 3D printers. You can 3D print a house. You can make steak, meat. I'm telling you right now, I could hang up that jury so much. I could give them so much stuff because people love doubt, even though the doubt is not reasonable. They love the doubt. They love this. Well, I didn't realize that. Is that enough? And I'm going to say, okay, fine. Who else did it? So let me get this straight, ladies and gentlemen. There's another guy there. This guy happens to have a 3D printed gun. And in the shell casings match, I don't know, because of the writing, whatever, that's number one. His fingerprints were found at the scene of the crime. Right there on the water bottle and the candy bar and the ID. That was the ID that he was at the hostel in New York that he fled. And the picture of him in the car taking off, that's him. And it looks like him. So there's a complete stranger who actually did it. And this guy is just standing around like, you're not going to believe this. What? I don't understand this. This isn't my gun. I didn't write this on the casings. You've got the wrong person. Think about this. Spandex says, forget 3D printers. Go with an 80% lower receiver and router with a proper bit. Okay. There we go. My friends, we are going to continue with this. At 7 p.m., I'm going to be continuing this show on Lionel Nation. I'm going to take it and we're going to continue this. I invite you to join me there. I also invite you, dear friends, please. I have at the very top a link to my newsletter. It is a quotidian quidlibet. I ask you to sign up for it. It's wonderful. You will love my stuff. There it is. It's not going to help you much, but that's it. All right. So let me thank you. And Mark Kalisha, thank you, my friends. You have been wonderful in this. See, I would have you as my trial, as my pretend jury. I would just enjoy this. In any event, my friends, have a great, 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 great day. I mean it sincerely. Look at this. Is that the one I get emails about? Thank you so much. Thank you, Frederick. It's that kind of commitment. I appreciate this thing. I'm getting emails. Is that it? Am I supposed to read it? Yes, Frederick. Oh, so that's why you're sending it? Yes, Frederick. Yes. Oh, is that what an email is? That's what email. Oh, okay. I love you, Fred. I love you. You're a maniac. You're a nut. And I love you. All right, Gloria Hanley. Thank you so much. We will see you at 7 p.m. Have a great and a glorious day. Don't forget, sign up. Make sure all of you are signed up. Look at this spandex says. Look at this big spender. Thank you, my friend. Make sure all of you are signed up to Lionel Legal. Make sure right now you sign up to this Lionel Legal. 87%. I read this. I couldn't believe it. 87% of the people who follow the actual channel aren't subscribed. 87%. What the hell's going on here? Beastly Blast says, loving you, Al. Today feels stronger. Oh, I like this. Feeling stronger every day. I think Chicago said it best. Or Chicago 7. And I know and believe in me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Knowing that you would have wanted it this way. Couldn't believe I'm feeling stronger every day. Everybody. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, my friends. Have a great day. We love you. Stay off. Watch for those bots in Jersey until we meet each other tonight, 7:00 on Lionel Nation. Don't forget, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you.